Number 1. Karina, aespa. After the comeback with Savage, Karina once again became a hot topic among netizens, with surreal visuals that were literally rendered out of the perfect ratio in graphic design. While she also ticked every box of South Korean beauty standards, like all other top visuals, with big eyes, V-line shaped face, high nose bridge, and fair skin tone, all her facial features combined together still created a look as unearthly as a person stepping out from a computer. Though it's still hard to explain exactly how she can look so out of this world, some believe that it was her snake-like face shape and the slightly slanted eyes that made her visual incomparably sharp and defined. While Knet has been quite well known for the strict standards they imposed on idols, many have even stood up and defended Karina on pan, when a person said her real-life visual was too so-so to be an idol. Under the posts, there were many comments that implicitly mocked the OP's site for saying Karina looked too normal, and said since she obviously had the face of a celebrity, the OP was certainly bringing her down out of jealousy. Some others just defended her in a more polite way, saying that probably Karina's face didn't belong to the common definition of pretty, but she indeed owned a surreal visual, that you could never get out of it once hooked. Number 2. Seonghwa, 80s. With a striking harmony between masculinity and femininity, Seonghwa's visual is the type that you can hardly see twice in K-pop. Just like all other idols that got the debut ticket, of course Seonghwa also ticked the box of having an impressive appearance. But also different from the majority, he owns a gender-fluid look that gives off a powerful vibe, with the defined facial bones and fox eyes, yet still soft and graceful with the thin nose bridge, small face shape, and petite full lips. Netizens also noticed that while he looks super cool and manly in matte makeup, the more feminine, softer side of him would immediately show up with some glitter. Several people even believe that Seonghwa was the type that always looked prettier than any girl with makeup. And sometimes, it's hard not to think that he's a person stepping out of an anime. Number 3. Ryujin, ITZY. Besides the impressive talents in all fields from singing to dancing, Ryujin has recently also been a hot topic among netizens for having a visual that's quite rare in K-pop. As a netizen on Pan pointed out, Ryujin has a gender-fluid appearance that can fit in groups of both genders. That's why, in the post, the OP also named her as the most handsome female idol, though she is apparently a girl. While Ryujin lives up pretty well to the South Korean beauty standard, the feature helping her stand out is the special V-line jaw shape that is quite rounded off in the chin area. Moreover, since she also has a super small nose that complements the plump lips, and the eyes that literally know how to talk when she performs on stage, netizens just seem to never get out of Ryujin's charm. Number 4. Zulgy, Red Velvet. Among all members of Red Velvet, and actually most female idols in K-pop generally speaking, netizens believe that Zulgy easily stands out with her unique visual, that not only comes down to the monolid, but also the harmony of all features. While people with monolided eyes are often thought to emit a fierce and unfriendly vibe, Zulgy straight up proves the stereotype wrong, with the duality of being bold, but also glibly just through a light transition in her gaze. Moreover, though she doesn't have double eyelids like most idols in the industry, she still lives up well to the beauty standard, with a big almond eye shape that goes well with the agyosal, high nose, V-line jaw shape, and the plump, slightly pricked up lips. This is also the thing that sets out Zulgy's visual from the rest of the industry. Because while many other idols would go for soft, lithe lines on their face, everything about Zulgy is just neat, clean, and sharp. Number 5. Yua, Oh My Girl. With the nickname Living Doll of Oh My Girl, the visuals of Yua have been drawing lots of attention. And especially after the bop Nonstop, people have gone even crazier about how her pretty face is the type that can't be commonly found elsewhere. Despite having a round face, Yua stood out with a special ratio among all facial features. Because her eyes have a downward shape, wide corners, and a slightly larger gap in between, netizens said they sometimes feel a tint of melancholy when looking at her. But for other times, they would see the sassy, lofty, caddish vibe instead. Her unique plump lips are also the thing setting her apart from the common pretty faces. Because while people usually look mature and westernized with this lip shape, the pure Asian vibe of Yua was somehow enhanced even stronger, since it is complemented by a round face shape and big bright eyes. Number 6. Jennie, Blackpink. While Jisoo is the member fitting best with the common beauty standard of South Korea, Jennie is the one to be praised most for having a stunning visual that doesn't align with the public expectations, but still has all eyes in the room whenever she appears. As netizens pointed out, While people were often obsessed with the V-line jaw shape, big, clear, double-lidded eyes, and pointy, thin, high nose, everything just changed dramatically after Jennie appeared. Different from the majority, she stands out with a round face, cute dumpling cheeks, slanted eyes, and slightly unharmonious features. Even so, people still pick her out as one of the prettiest faces of K-pop. And according to a detailed analysis by the director of plastic surgery at Moon Clinic, Park Moon-soo, since Jennie has slanted eyes and thick lips, in contrast to her cute jawline, this helps her hold a mysteriously sexy look that all women desire. Basically, since Jennie had it all, she becomes a goal in plastic surgeries. And just like that, patients who already have a sexy face come into the clinic for treatments that will make them look cuter. And in contrast, those who already have a cute image want lips fillers or similar treatments that make them look sexier. Number 7. rmBTS. When RM first debuted, he used to receive a lot of criticism since, according to netizens, his visuals really had nothing to do with the common expectation of people about how a K-pop star would look. As they pointed out, instead of having a fair complexion and big, round, double-lidded eyes, RM was an outlier, with a dark skin tone and small, slanted eyes. Even compared to other members of the group, people also noticed how RM looked quite different, because his face shape was on the rounder side, but his chin was still pointy. Since all these features were complemented by the extremely plump lips, he always emitted a fun combination of wild, sexy, and manly vibes that isn't usually seen in most male K-pop idols. Despite being a tough leader, when RM smiles, you will immediately see the opposite side of him, where he looks super soft with the dimples and the big agyosal, highlighted by the mono eyelids. Because of the overwhelming gaze of the monolid eyes, people also seem to overlook how RM has one of the most perfect noses. Because not only is the bridge high, thin, and the tip is pointed, the nostrils also have the shape of lemon seeds, which is actually a standard bar of nose plastic surgery in South Korea. Number 8. Hyunjin, Stray Kids. In Stray Kids, Hyunjin stands out with not only the gender-fluid visual, but also the incomparable duality mode that he could turn on and off in the blink of an eye. The thing is, while he also owns the perfect harmony between masculinity and femininity, like Seungkwan, his face is built completely different, with a unique eyelid liner, pointy nose, defined and super sharp V-shaped jawline, and of course the full bow-shaped lips that add in the softness to his visual. While most male idols would look their manliest with an undercut, slide-back hairstyle, Hyunjin and his magical visual still manages to look like a true gentleman, with neck-length bright hair. Especially when he added some accessories to the hair and did some little braids for it, his unique visual even stands out more significantly. And he looks like a character stepping out of a manga. Do you think that there were other idols with unique visuals that were missed out on here? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting content. Thank you for watching.